Jackie from the Multnomah County Library School Corps with Novelties, New Books You Can't Wait to Discuss, 2020. This topic is Past Lives, Historical Fiction. I'll be mentioning some websites throughout this presentation, and you can find the links listed in the notes below this video. Prairie Lotus by Linda Sue Park, grades 5 through 8. It's 1880, and Hannah and her father have just arrived in the frontier town of LaForge in Dakota Territory. They've been traveling for 3 years since the death of Hannah's mother, and the plan is that her father will start a store, and maybe Hannah can go to school. If she's really lucky, maybe she'll be able to design dresses to sell in her father's shop. As they ride into town, Hannah hides her face in her bonnet, and when they get into their new house, the first thing she does is hang up the curtains. Why the secrecy? Well, Hannah's father is white. Her mother was Chinese and Korean. Asian people, including biracial people like Hannah, are not treated kindly on the frontier. Will she even be allowed to go to school? Will the townspeople shop at her father's store? Or will they have to move on from LaForge the way they have from so many other towns? Some discussion questions and topics for this book. The Little House series. The author notes that she wrote this book as a way to reconcile her love of Laura Ingalls Wilder's Little House books with their shortcomings that she saw as an adult. If you've read any of the Little House books, how are they similar to or different than Prairie Lotus? Future generations. In the author's note, she says, I can't help pondering which of our current and widely held attitudes will be found lacking by future generations. Is our vision any clearer than that of our forebears? Brainstorm some current beliefs in our culture and discuss whether you think that future generations will agree with them. And Hannah's father. Discuss this character. What are his strengths and weaknesses? How does Hannah find ways to change her father's mind when he disagrees with her? I've also linked to some related websites, an educator's guide, a virtual tour of De Smet, South Dakota, that's the town that LaForge is based on, and some images from Godey's Ladies Book from 1880. This is the magazine that Hannah uses to design dresses. Allies by Alan Gratz, grades 5 through 8. It's June 6, 1944, D-Day during World War II. In this book, you'll follow the lives of these characters over 24 hours. Corporal Henry Allen is a medic. As a black man, he's disappointed that the U.S. Army is segregated, but not at D-Day, where he cares for many white soldiers on the beach, whether they appreciate him or not. Samira's mother was captured by the Nazis, and now she needs to find members of the French resistance to free her. Private D. Carpenter joined the Army at age 16 because he wanted to fight the Nazis. Now he's getting his chance, but what will happen when his fellow soldiers find out about the secret he's been keeping? Catherine's War by Julia Bier, grades 4 through 7. Rachel enjoys her life at the children's home outside Paris. Although Hitler has invaded France and she hasn't seen her parents in months, she loves her teachers and is learning to be a photographer. But when Jews begin to be deported, Rachel, who's Jewish, has to change her name to Catherine Colon and eventually must flee. For the next few years, she's hidden by members of the French resistance and documents her journey with her camera. This graphic novel is based on the life of the author's mother. The Downstairs Girl by Stacy Lee, grades 7 and up. Jo Kwan hates her job as a lady's maid for the cruel daughter of one of the richest families in Atlanta. But as a Chinese American in the late 1880s, she doesn't have many options of places that will hire her. Then she hears that a newspaper is looking for an advice columnist, and she offers her services, anonymously, to work as Miss Sweetie. Writing for the paper allows her to share her opinions, but when they become controversial, will she be out of a job again? We Dream of Space by Aaron and Trotta Kelly, grades 4 through 7. The Nelson Thomas siblings are all in 7th grade at Park Middle School. Fitch is bored with school and would much rather be playing games at the arcade. His twin sister Bird loves taking gadgets apart and dreams of being an astronaut. Their older brother Cash hates school. He failed 7th grade last year and is still having trouble the second time around. Besides their bickering parents, they don't have much in common, but they do all have Miss Salonga as their science teacher. In January 1986, she started a unit about space because the Space Shuttle Challenger will be taking off later in the month. When a disaster happens, it changes all of them in different ways. So I've also included links below to a full list of the titles from all of our novelties videos this year, links to our other school corps presentations, and book discussion tips from Multnomah County Library. We'd love it if you would fill out our survey and let us know what you think of these videos. And you can also find more information about the school corps program below.